Welcome to Insights. I'm Eric. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to do a short matrix update today. We're going to talk about what we're seeing when we look through the matrix briefly. Not so much here. We've seen a lot of this stuff already. We've talked about the flips that are in place. These are all green highlights. Yellow is a reset. There is no yellow. Red is all primary trend decline one or two. That's just something to consider, either selling positions or covering shorts, things like that. But what we're going to talk about is this bull warning on top. It says see timing a correction, or is it correct crash section, which is down lower in the trends tab. So to do that, you just scroll down in the trends tab that we're in, and you take a look at it right here. It's really this timing. It's like a table on 138 timing a correction, and it's really the percentage. This percentage has been it's been exactly flipped opposite in 2021 when the stock market was rallying and taking off and everyone was bullish. I think this got as high as 80, maybe even 90% 10. It's currently in the opposite. We've seen this drop even lower than this at 10% for the crash or stability. This is kind of like the vulnerability, stability, instability part is 20%. Stability is 80%. We've seen that as high as 1090. But what the computer is warning in the opposite direction, and this is a pretty stable market. I know a lot of people are calling for a stock market to come down and to crash and to be vulnerable, but this is not usually the reading that you get when you're going to see that. It's in the opposite direction. I know this warning on top is probably something people gloss over, or they gloss over the timing of correction crash section in general. They think, well, it's not usually too important. But over time, I've learned that this layout, it's a system of check marks, and it's computer analyzing many of the components within this part of the matrix, and it's coming out with a reading that's saying that the market's either stable like it is now, which is green. When there's vulnerability, this will be up here, this will be red, and this will be a low number. It would be the exact opposite. It takes place when the market tends to top out, tends to catch people off guard. This market's going to probably catch people off guard on the bull side. Now, there's some discussions that we talked about in addition to this in the it's the economy and stock report. We talked about the dividend yield oscillator. We talked about other things as well as critical lines in the sand, and even in the NASDAQ 100, we've talked about it as well. This market might be stuck and ready to either jump the creek or break the ice, but the setup for stability favors it jumping the creek. Now, that's not something that I would take a position in unless the market does jump above those critical lines in the sand. And again, the ES report, which is the economy and stock report, lays those out. There's really two bands. There's one with a 4 handle and there's one with a 3 handle in the S&P 500. If it clears those or falls below that, this cause building will be resolved. But again, it's the resolution that's being hinted in this timing. It's a probability table that tells us that the upside breakout is what is favored. This can change. This changes with each month, with each trading day, with each week. So keep an eye on this. Usually when there's something going on, this red bolded thing on top will force you to take a look down below. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people ignore it. If you have any comments or questions about the matrix or anything, let us know. Thanks for downloading and take a look at this and watching this one today. We'll keep an eye on all this stuff. Again, this is something that you guys can all do yourself. I know all these numbers get intimidating, but this numbers and the computer is discipline. There's way too much opinion out there. Gets people either bullish or bearish when they should not be. This is a case where you're starting to lean on the bullish side, and I think a lot of people are missing that.